What's poppin', Janis Joplin? Haven't used that one in a while. Welcome back, everybody. It is me again. And I just want something kind of quick. I ate earlier. I'm not that hungry, but I am hungry enough to want to have a little something. So I decided to try these. I'm sure I'm gonna massacre this description here. It's from a company called Simply Food. Bun Manggiohio pork and bamboo shoot rice noodle. There, I should have just gone with pork and bamboo shoot rice noodle. So how is everybody doing today? I hope you had a splendid day. Today, for most of the free world, was Father's Day. And everybody celebrated in different ways. Everybody gave their dad a call, took him out to eat, and in most cases they just waited for him to barbecue. It's what dads do. Oh, this is loose. Oh, but the inside is wrapped in plastic. No problem. Look. So, but yeah, hope you had a good Father's Day. If you are a father, I hope everything was to your liking. And if you are not a father, but you celebrated with your dad, hats off to you. Hope you made it special for the old man. I lost my dad about 2 years ago, but don't cry for me, Argentina. We were never really that close. No animosity. It's not that I didn't like the old guy. Just we didn't connect as tightly as I had wanted to over the years. So I kind of know what it's like to have a dad, but not have a dad at the same time. It sucks. So years and years ago, I stepped into the role of dad for 2 young boys, and I raised them from the ages of 8 and 5 all the way up, and they call me dad to this day. That relationship I was in, it went completely south. It's just, there's no saving that. But I do take my role as their father or their dad. I try to say dad, not father. I don't know. Father sounds so official, you know. And I've had more than enough people tell me you're not their father. Yeah, I know that, but I'm their dad. I do take that role rather seriously, but I don't force it. I don't make them acknowledge me as anything other than what they're comfortable with. And so far, they're okay with me being dad. They still call me dad to this day. I was by no means perfect, but I must have done something right. And because of that, I've also earned the role of grandfather, granddaddy. I have 3 grandkids that I love very much, and I love seeing them every chance I get, although now I don't get to see them as often for reasons I will not divulge here, but those who know, know. So I got, ooh, that's pungent. Those are little packages, but they have a lot of aroma. And this time I am not going to, I will not turn off the timer. And I wasn't supposed to take this lid all the way off either. Yesterday I kept turning off the timer and then wondering why I couldn't keep track of how long they'd been in. So according to my timer right now, it is exactly 5 minutes. So when it says 10 minutes, I take this out. But until then, let's talk. Yeah, some of you guys may be in the same position. Some of you watching this may have stepped into the role as somebody's dad, and that's great. Now, either their real dad is still in their life and you share that responsibility, and they respect the fact that you're there, and then you in turn also respect the fact that they do have a father, and you don't want to get in between that. I mean, if everything's cool, right? So that's a win in my book. Was not the case for me, though. Their father was a real jerk, and I got more than my fair share of threats and being cussed out and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, it can be rough sometimes. That's partially why I take the role so seriously, because I earned it. I put up with a lot of stuff to be there. And as recently as a couple of years ago, I put up with a lot of nonsense to still see my sons. So I've had people tell me that I'm not really their father. I'm not really... Yeah, I know that. I know biologically I'm not. But there's plenty of people that we treat like family, even though they're not blood related to us. Just like there's people who are blood related to us and they don't act like family at all. So, if anything, I've proved that I can step into that role when needed, when necessary. So I take it seriously. And sometimes people can be a tad bit insensitive and say things to me that, for whatever reason, they felt it was necessary to say. And it wasn't. No need for it at all. I guess when it comes down to it, a lot of the blame lies on my shoulders, because I'm one of those types that if a person means something to me, I allow their opinion to mean a lot to me. I allow their attentions or their lack thereof to affect me in ways that I really shouldn't. But then if I don't let it affect me, believe me, I've been on this road before, if I don't let their lack of attentions or their lack of positive feedback affect me, then I'm pegged for being like non-caring. Like I couldn't care less, and I don't want to do that either. So it's kind of a fine line you have to walk. But never an excuse to go out of your way to hurt somebody's feelings. There's no excuse for that. Especially when that someone goes out of their way, or not even out of their way, but makes it a point to accept all shortcomings and all past sins and all the things that you condemn yourself for. They come along and say, you know what, you're not a bad person. You're a good person. You're a good human being, and I recognize you for the good you do. To have that same person turn around and kind of take away from something that means something to you, it's a little uncalled for. But before I go off into a tangent, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. It is 9:20, so I've already talked for almost 5 minutes, and then some. I didn't do much today. I went out with my brother and a friend of ours, and we had Whataburger. It's very tasty. Tried their new Southern burger. Comes with the coleslaw, and the slaw was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay. I thought they were a little heavy-handed with the salt. I'm glad I took my blood pressure medication before I ate it, because that was a salty burger. They got a little a little free with that seasoning. One moment. And that is the 5-minute mark, kids. Oh, look at these rice noodles. I hope I didn't put too much water in this because I didn't see a fill line anywhere. So I just kind of eyeballed it. I just did it until everything was covered up. Look at these noodles. Ooh. And all these little veggies in here. Take a look at what we got going on here. Nice light broth. Did I keep a spoon from yesterday? I think I did. Hey. I want to try some of this broth in here. Oh, that's got mad flavor. Oh my goodness, that is some, wow, it's a very robust flavor. I don't know what those little chewy bits are, but they're pretty good. Okay, now let's try these noodles. Nice. I kept them in for the maximum amount of time. They still have a firmness to them. But they're super thin. Crazy thin. But delicious. A little bit of spicy there. But nothing crazy. This was definitely the right choice. It's not too heavy. Enjoying a zero sugar Pepsi. Yeah, it's not heavy at all. Reminds me of pho. That was a big serving of noodles. Huh. This is definitely one to add to the list again, to get it again. It's so good. It's so good. The flavor is spot on. I say spot on. I can't even tell you what flavor it is really. Oh, it says pork. Duh. But I couldn't tell you it was pork. If I didn't know it was pork, I wouldn't know. All I know is it's very tasty. Pork has to be one of my favorite flavors in anything, really. That one was a little on the hot side, temperature-wise. Blow it off enough. I'm really liking these little little bits here. I don't know what they are. I didn't read any of the ingredients. But they're pleasant. They're chewy. That broth is killer, man. It is so good. So good. And yes, I bought this off the Weee app. So check them out. I'm telling you. So many little hidden food treasures on there. That would be my go-to if I was ill, if I was feeling sick. If I had a cold, this would be what I'd want. I can't get over how good that flavor is. It's phenomenal. Seriously. Well, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for joining me once again. God bless all you dads out there. Whether you biologically made children or if you stepped into the role and you raise those children, as long as you're doing right by your kids, you are a dad. You are a father. Plenty of fathers out there walking around claiming that role who don't do anything for their kids at all. And I don't know why it is that there's like this insistence that the children have to be exposed to that. Oh, they need their father in their life. Not a guy who ain't doing nothing for them. They don't. Let him go live his life. Somebody else wants the job, give it to him. Let him take it. As long as they do a good job. You're doing that, you have my respect. Take care, everybody. Stay fed, stay blessed. And I'll see you all real soon.